to Same Script, Different Cast. You with me, CNET, and I'm joined with
Movie Papa.
Yeah. And today we're gonna talk about what we thought of Scream, the 2020 version. Hey. We
Oh,
actually went to the theater to see it. I have to tell you, I was giddy. I was so excited. I was as excited as I was to see Spider-Man Far From Home.
really?
Never go home. No way home. Yeah.
No way
So
home.
I was really excited about this. And I even watched the other screams leading up to this. So I was excited.
I'm
How are
glad you
you
did
going? I really was. Even when you came in the theater, I was like, I'm so excited. I just couldn't
that.
wait for it. So yeah. So
No.
it was good. I think so like overall, I'll I don't know if I want to give it a numeric. I guess a 7 or an 8 thumbs up. I mean, I just enjoyed it. I thought it was funny. It was bloody as I don't know what. It was good. So, what were your thoughts?
I think I would give it a 7 as well, too.
Okay, because
I'm
there
going to
was
give it a
some,
bit.
yeah,
So
'cause
I
there
got
was
my,
some things I was like, what? Like the height difference with when you find out. Totally spoilers
oh,
on
because
this
remember I
review.
kept saying it got to be somebody tall. It got to be somebody tall because that person is tall.
Yeah,
There's no way in the world that this person is able to flip over and do and body slam this person right here. There's no way in the world.
yeah. So I thought that as well. So let me ask you this though, like going into it, were there any major players or I guess from the people that you saw were in it that you think were going to
So,
die in this?
no. So for me, I did not watch any previews. I didn't
Mhm.
watch any reviews, I mean comments, interviews, no theories, no nothing. I went in this
Okay.
completely blind. I
Okay.
wanted to go in this blind. I wanted to I didn't want to be swayed in any kind of way. I didn't even know
Mhm.
who was playing in it.
Okay.
I didn't
Okay.
even know that. Um
Okay.
I feel as though I read somewhere or heard somewhere that one of the three was gonna die.
Okay.
And I remember once I heard that, I got pissed because I was like, "Damn, I didn't want to know that. Like,
Mhm.
I don't want to think about that."
Mhm.
Um, but yeah, I went in there blind,
Mhm.
and I really enjoyed it. I
Mhm.
had no expectations or anything like that. It was just a movie.
Right. Mhm.
Me, and I think that made it better for me.
Mhm.
So I think
Yeah.
I'm gonna kind of start doing that with movies more often.
Okay. Because I was like that at one point. Like I did not want to watch any trailers. It got to the point where like you and Wikipedia plot reader, y'all would watch trailers. I'm like, nope, I'm not watching any trailers. I want to go in there free. But I did watch trailers for this, and I noticed some things that they put in the trailer weren't even in the movie. They were in the
They
movie
do that a
within the
lot.
movie.
Yeah.
It was in Stab 8 because I was like, Ghostface is gonna have a flamethrower. His mask is metallic, and that was in Stab 8. That was in the movie within the movie. 'Cause I was like,
Um,
this is going bonkers. So that's why.
um,
So I went in there thinking it was gonna be something like that, but
it was very misleading for you.
yeah, and that's fine. Avengers, Infinity War, they did that. Their trailers aren't like the movies.
I
That's
have
totally
come to
fine.
find out that a lot of movies do that. A lot of movies
Mhm.
do that. They give you stuff like that. I guess it's like deleted scenes or something like that that they
Mhm.
do.
Or just something to
Like,
throw off the audience so they don't really know. Even with Thor Ragnarok, I think he had his eye in the preview, but then he was missing it in the actual movie when the sister took it out. So they do that
um,
to mislead the audience, which I'm fine with.
I
That's
can't remember.
fine.
I think it was I don't remember what movie it was though, but I do remember some movie I was so hyped about, and I do remember watching the movie, and then there were certain scenes from the trailer that was not in the movie,
Okay.
and that's kind of when I got disappointed, and I was like, I'm
Okay.
gonna stop doing this. So, um,
Okay. That
but I
could
will
be.
say this:
Mhm.
I did get my movie pop up going on in the movie. I was like, oh, this was this. Oh,
We
that was
did we
oh.
did that so much. Like I think one of the first times that we did it was so many times, but it's when the guy Vince got killed outside of the bar and Red Right Hand was playing. And we're like, oh my gosh, that's from the first movie. That's from the first movie, Red Right Hand. So we were talking about that, and also when we saw Dewey step on the scene, and it had Darren, 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 Darren,
Yeah,
and
that
it
was
had
like
his
their his
music.
score. So
Yeah.
I do for me, I I see. So I don't do horror movies. Well, I do whatever, not the demonic stuff. But to me, Scream is not a horror movie. It's a slasher movie. I could do that, like
Hmm.
Jason and stuff like that.
Hmm.
But I have seen Scream so many times
Hmm.
that when I did not watch any of the previous movies before going in. Like I told you, I went in here blind. So I
Hmm.
was extremely amazed and proud of myself that while watching this movie, I was able to pinpoint certain scenes and certain
Hmm.
way they did certain way cameras angles and stuff like that. Because
Yeah.
even when the girl went downstairs in the basement, I was like, oh, that's the same basement. Oh,
Hmm.
that's the same house. Like I
Hmm.
was able to pick up certain things and um just certain things, and it was pretty.
Hmm.
One thing they did not do that they did a lot in a previous Scream 1 and 2. I can't remember if they did it in a Scream 3 or not. I can't remember that.
Hmm.
But in Scream 1, they showed his feet, his shoes a lot.
They, yeah,
When he
yeah.
movie, they show his shoes a lot.
Hmm.
And also too in Scream 1, there was a lot of references to a few of other Wes Craven other movies as well. Because you remember
Right.
the principal? No, it wasn't a principal. It was the janitor was dressed up as Freddy Krueger in the first
Right.
movie.
Hmm. Wes
So
Craven.
so
Yeah.
those were like two things that I did not see. I could have overlooked it or whatever,
Hmm.
but I don't
Hmm.
recall seeing it in this movie. But
Uh-huh.
the shoes stood out to me because I remember in this the first Scream that those scenes I used to watch. I remember watching them and looking at everybody's shoes, be like,
I
"Oh,
was doing the same thing
he
because
got
they
shoes."
showed, yeah, they showed the sheriff when he like put out his cigarette and it's like he got the shoes. I'm like, everybody probably got the shoes. They were
Yeah.
just boots. Yeah.
But you know what? The funny thing about it is, that's the cool thing about Scream is that even like with us watching this, there was so many speculation of, oh, that's the killer. Oh, that could
We
be
were
the
just
killer.
the whole time like, that's them. No, it's him. No, it's that. Yeah, it was a lot of that.
Yeah.
And I like that's like, no, it can't be them. So knowing what you know now, who do you think did each kill? So
It
well,
seemed like Amber did a lot of kills, and that still doesn't sit
yeah.
well with me. For her to be this cute, skinny little puny girl, I could see her going after the main character, the sister, the one that was in the hospital the whole time.
Yeah.
I can
Yep.
see her,
Mhm.
but going after Dewey,
Yeah.
nah.
I would like to have seen her, I don't know, working out maybe. I don't know. I don't know,
Yeah,
seeing her running or exercising or something because so out of all the kills in the movie, so we had the opening scene, the attack on Terror. We both agree that it was Amber. But then the 30 something guy at the bar, Vince.
mhm.
I'm thinking that's Amber because Richie was at the hospital. Oh, so the killers in this movie, Amber and Richie. And so we're going through to see who could have killed who
Yeah,
because
because Amber was
Amber,
at the bar. She was at the
yeah,
bar.
exactly.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm thinking, okay, so she killed him, but that was a sneak attack. Oh my gosh, that I didn't know the way that knife went in.
and remember I told you I said that's a black guy because that's the way he got killed. They got to be a
Mhm.
black
Oh
guy.
yeah,
They
because you
got to
were
be a black
like the way it's like a shank from a from being in prison or something.
guy.
And that
Yeah,
thing was quick, and he just let him bleed out. I could see how that could be Amber because there was no altercation there. That was
so
just a quick prick,
you're
and
you're
then
you're
that's
right. But Amber, I mean, I guess if that to me, I mean, I don't know how tall she was, and I guess the next time I watch it, I'll try to compare her height to other people. But
Mhm.
that was one thing I kept saying, like this person got to be tall. So I
Right.
feel like Amber had to be doing a lot of kills because the boyfriend was always around.
Yeah.
So
And so
another
with
thing with Amber
oh, go ahead.
is
Mhm.
I feel like the more gruesome kill, I think
Mhm.
that was Amber because Amber seemed to have more hate in her heart
Mhm.
than the boyfriend did.
Okay.
Like she was just like straight up psychotic. Like
Mhm.
she was. What's the word I want to use? Manic. Is that the word?
But
She
you know,
seemed.
I can see that though
Yeah,
because
she seemed very manic to me.
yeah, and the thing is, it's like I was like, how can somebody do that? But then I'm thinking about people who like worship serial killers because Ted. Ted Bundy, he was the handsome serial killer. He had
Mhm.
women writing him letters. He got married while he was in prison. So I believe that there are, women who are like that, who are that crazy, that manic. And I don't
Fanatics.
know, maybe she just got that super strength, that evil super strength when she was making these killings.
Yeah.
So I can see that. And so for like
Yeah.
the rest of the attack, so attacking Sam, the sister of Tara, in the snack room, I think that was Richie since he was there
Say that
at
one
the
more time.
hospital. So when Sam was attacked, when she was in the hospital break
Yeah.
room, I think that was Richie
Mhm.
since he was there. His only alibi was Netflix. And then, oh, one of my notes I had to be Richie because you can't let Amber do all the work. Because at that point I'm thinking it's Amber, Amber, Amber.
Well, because when we think about it, it seemed like Amber did do all the work. I feel like Amber
Yeah.
killed. I don't know who killed.
What about the Hicks? So you have Judy Hicks and Wes Hicks
Yeah, that's what I
at
was
the
just about
top.
to say. That probably. Oh, because remember, yeah, that could have been Richie because
Mhm.
Amber had left Richie at the twins' house.
Mhm.
She left them there, so they were separated too. So
Yeah. So I'm thinking because I have like Richie did those Judy Hicks and Wes Hicks. So I have
yeah,
because I'm thinking that the killer was a little killer was the same height as Wes. So that's why I'm saying it was Richie. Like when he did the whole neck,
yeah.
that was visceral. That whole neck stab, like we saw that go. They didn't cut from that.
So yeah, that was kind of gruesome. So
Hmm.
the thing about the kills, I don't understand the why the Hicks got killed. I don't get that.
My thought is that with Judy Hicks, since she's the sheriff, she's calling everyone to go to her house. And that includes like the folks that are at the hospital because right after that, Sam
That's
is
what
asking, so
to get.
who's watching my sister? And the guy was like, we came for the sheriff. And it was
Yeah,
still just that one guy, and they moved her to that private floor for whatever
which
reason.
I don't understand.
We both, all of us, all of us on that row were like, why would you move her to a private floor? You would think you would want her to be surrounded by people. And so it took I guess the hospital had to have been Amber because Richie comes in to save them and they're being
Yeah,
attacked by Ghostface. So yeah, and I didn't really notice the height then because it was a lot of we couldn't see it because you know what? The camera was from a down angle now that I think of it. I couldn't really see
so
the
yeah,
height.
so it looked like, and that's one scene that I definitely want to watch again. I do
Mhm.
feel as though, if I remember correctly, I do feel as though that Ghostface was a little bit shorter than Richie. So
Mhm. Mhm.
I
Yeah,
kind of,
yeah, yeah.
I want to see
Mhm.
that scene again just to confirm my thoughts.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
So that was her at the hospital. And then I have so who killed Dewey, which was sad because that kill was front and back.
that kill was like personal.
That
Like,
was that hurt my soul and it was just so sad cuz it was like it's been an honor and just like split him. I was like it's no coming back for that.
mm-hmm,
It's no coming
mm-hmm.
back. So Amber did that.
So I wonder when they sat down and with the trio and
Mhm.
discussed them coming back and said, "Hey, somebody's gonna have to get killed or whatever." I
Mhm.
wonder with Dewey, did they be like, unfortunately, it's you. I wanted
Mhm.
to have a say in how he was gonna get killed and how gruesome it was gonna
Mhm.
be, how dramatic it was gonna be. I wonder if they did all of that.
That would be cool if they did.
Yeah, that's fine. They
Considering
can show homage to them. Yeah.
yeah, I think that's pretty yeah, I think that they would do that.
Hmm.
To say, well, how you would just want to go out in the worst way, you know what I mean? And he even had like some funny sayings like before when he was fighting Ghostface and he's like, not today. And then on the final scene, it's like, today's the day. I was like, damn. Because even when we watched it the first time, he's like, no, 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 it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. It's too soon. And I was like, okay, okay, yeah. And then we got in the elevator, I was like, oh, everybody was right. It's not gonna happen right now. But then we were all saying it was like, where's the headshot? You know about the headshot. And then he left to do the headshot. And I was like,
Yeah,
and then
I was like, you talking too much. I
yeah,
ain't
and
even
then
gonna
I
lie
think
to you.
Tom was
I
saying,
would walk up
this is
bang,
it. Right. He
and I
went
was
to
like,
reach
hold
for
the
his
elevator
phone.
door open for me. because I'm
Right.
coming back.
Right. Then he went to go look for his phone. His phone rang, and that split second, Amber, I don't know, maybe she was on, I don't know, PCP. I don't
Now
know, Red
I
Bull.
wonder, did Richie call him then? Because that makes me. Oh, Gail. I think Gail called him.
It was Gail. You're right. It was Gail because his phone went off, and you saw her. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You saw his phone go off onto the side, and it was Gail that was calling him. Yep. Yeah.
So I definitely, I don't know, in that situation, I wonder how it would have been. I feel like I wouldn't have been slow. I feel like I wouldn't have been talking trash and doing all this. I felt like I would have
Yeah.
been
Ran up on him. Pop, pop, pop.
pop pop. Or
Yeah.
and let me tell you one thing I have learned, especially because I couldn't figure out how she came back alive, and I was like, oh, she probably had a bulletproof vest on.
Yeah.
So note to self: shoot him in the kneecap.
Yeah.
That's all I
Cripple
did.
him down. Yeah. You gotta take him.
Shoot
You
him in
gotta
the
take
knee.
that knee.
Shoot him
Yeah.
in the kneecap. That'll solve everything. So
Mm-hmm.
I kind of figured that it was either going to be Gail or Dewey who got killed
Mm-hmm.
because that scene outside of the Wicks house, when they was pretty much, it was a little foreshadowing because they was
Because
doing
yeah.
their
It's like I'm sorry.
final conversation and everything, and I'm
It was
like,
like closure. It was close, like a
oh,
closure
yeah, and I was
conversation.
like, this was happened too fast, y'all. Just what we
Yeah.
having this conversation right here on top of a dead body, like.
Mm-hmm.
If
Yeah.
y'all felt this way, y'all couldn't call each other.
Right.
Whatever. So
Yeah.
yeah.
So that was the closure. And then something, because right after that scene, I think it was you or John that was just like, this is it. It's Dewey. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
because like just from that scene.
Mm-hmm.
And then he gets in the car and goes off to the hospital with Sam.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because he looks at her and then he looks at Gail and he
Mm-hmm.
looks at her like,
Let me just go.
like.
And then that's it.
Mm.
And then I think there may have been another kill after Dewey, but I don't have that noted. I have
Yeah, the twin, the boy. No, it wasn't a kill. It was an attack because he didn't get
attack
killed.
on Chad. Okay, that's what I have there. And I have that was Amber because Richie
Was
and the team
driving.
come to the house
Yeah, he was driving to the
and,
house.
and the lights come on and then Ghostface takes off.
Yeah,
Okay, so I didn't
yeah.
miss the kill. And then I
So
have, oh, go ahead.
no, I was gonna agree with you. Go on.
Okay. And then I have attacks Mindy. I have that was Richie because Richie was in the house and then he went down to get a beer and then Mindy gets attacked.
Yeah, so this is one of the things that I
Yeah.
definitely got to see when
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I will tell you this. So the
Mm-hmm.
scene when she was looking at her uncle and he was like, behind you, and she was like, look behind you, stupid. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it, but then I think about it. I was like, she did say she wanted to get drunk and high, so that's probably she was high and drunk acting. But
Mm-hmm.
that whole scene, like, because when you think about it in the first Scream movie, how um, what was the uncle name? What was his name? The one little
Randy.
Randy.
Randy, yep.
Randy was doing all of that. Look behind you, and the person was behind you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I remember everybody in the movie theater is like, "No, you look behind you. You look
Mm-hmm.
behind you."
Mm-hmm.
So I see how they kind of like, I guess, fixed that or redid that with the twin when she was like, "Look behind you," and all of a sudden she looked behind her and she saw it.
Yeah.
So
And then she was attacked. Yep. Mm-hmm.
yeah, so it's little things like that when you go back and watch it again. Now that you know what you know,
It makes you look at the scene differently.
yeah,
Now,
because I want to see where he entered the room, and I remember doing that with Randy too, seeing where he entered the room and seeing where he exited the room.
right.
Because Richie, if goes
Enter
straight
from
the
that
kitchen,
way. Yeah.
then
You know
it's
that it
like
was
more
him.
evidence. And
Yeah.
I do want to say this: we kind of passed that.
No, we could go back. No. Go back.
When they were all in the hospital after Sam got attacked,
Tara.
the sister, no,
Yeah.
the older sister, not the younger sister.
Oh, Sam. When she was in the break room.
In the break room.
Yeah.
I do remember Amber standing at the side of the bed and her coat. I could have swore I saw a bruise on her chest.
Oh, okay.
I could have swore I saw a bruise.
Okay.
So I said I want to go back and that's one of the things I want to go back and look at. Like I have a list of things I want to go back and look at. So
Okay.
I can't wait to watch it again so I can break it apart.
Yeah. I like that to see like the clues, I like the little Easter eggs. One thing that I did notice on Dewey's mantle, like when he looks over for at his picture after he already texts Gail, don't come back, and he looks at the picture of Gail, like right to the right, it says Tatum. So I guess he has her ashes on his mantle.
Oh, I did miss that.
Yeah. So I was like, okay, so they're still representing for Tatum and stuff like that, because that's something that they don't really talk about her, but it's fine. It's like she's still like recognized and stuff in this
That
story.
was his sister, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
So
so, oh, go ahead.
no, go on, go on.
Oh, I was going to talk about Mindy, that one scene when she talks about the requel. I really did like that scene
I
because
like that
that's
scene
the
too.
truth.
It was it was well demonstrated.
Yeah. And it was
And I was able
detailed.
to keep up. I was able to keep
Yeah.
up like, okay.
Yeah, 'cause I was like, yeah. I
Okay.
totally get that, because you have people who are real fans of the Scream, of like the first Scream, and she was basically saying, you can't quite like reboot because Child Play didn't do well and Flatliners, but you have to like take it from the original. So Halloween got rid of all the other sequels. It's Halloween 1, then the one from 2018. And they did that with some other movies. And so I liked how she said it. It's like, we're not starting from scratch. No, we're taking people from the original and making their lineage the characters. I was like, oh, I can see that, because there are some crazy fans out there. In general, people who really love the movies, and just like, I know people got upset. She brought up Star Wars, I think. I don't
No,
know, but I
I
know she
missed
was just
that
like, people get
because
upset and they take it to the internet when people mess up movies, Star Wars, stuff like
the
that.
last Star Wars
Yeah.
I am so not happy about. It does not exist in my eyes.
See,
I want them to redo it again. I
okay.
want them to take the same characters. I did like what is it? The last Sky? No, the second one. A lot of people did not like the
Mhm,
second one. I
mhm.
did like the second one, but I feel
Is that
like
the Rogue? Is that the Rogue one or no?
the Rogue One. Rogue One is that's not. I'm talking about with Kylo Ren and
Oh,
Ray.
I got you. I got you. I understand. Okay.
Yeah. Um, I'm talking about those movies. I
Got
feel
you.
like J.J. Abrams should have stuck with it. I
Mhm.
don't know who came up with the bright idea. Let's do three movies with three different directors and three different writers and three different directors, like, and had a
Mhm.
vision. Whoever thought about that should be fired.
Yeah.
I think JJ should have just did them all,
Mhm.
and I think you should have gave JJ more time to
Mhm.
finish the last one to bring it all home, because I feel like the last movie, and this is what I said, I'm going to stop watching trailers and spoilers,
Mhm.
because I feel like I was extremely disappointed with the last Star Wars, and I want it redone
Okay.
with the same characters.
Okay.
I want a
That
better force
energy,
of Kylo Ren.
yeah, that energy was the energy they had in that movie too. It's just like Stab 8 was the worst. We have to rebuild it. So yeah. No, yeah. No,
If
I
I can do
definitely agree with
anything
you.
about it, I'm not going to go on a killing spree, but if I can
Right,
do
right.
anything about it,
People who are just like so obsessed with that.
yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to take away
Yeah.
from Scream because we started talking about Star Wars,
Oh, no,
but
no, no, because that hits the nail on the head right there. It's just like what you said, to keep the same vision should have been the same director. And how you would have changed it. You know what I mean? You would have had him do it all, and they didn't do it right. Let's just scrap it and start from the beginning. Yeah, so
mhm.
I can see that. And they said Reddit. That's where I go to research stuff too. I
So
go to
yeah, they
Reddit.
talked about Reddit, and I feel like they talked about Twitch as well too in the movie. I feel like they mentioned some Twitch.
They may have. They
Yeah,
definitely
'cause I feel
talked
like talking
about.
about my Twitch name is blah 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 something
They
like.
probably did. Yeah, because they had all the nuances. Because they even, so the YouTuber that oh excuse me, that Richie was watching, that's one of the YouTubers I follow. That's actually the only YouTuber I pay a Patreon for every month, Dead Meat, because he does like recaps of horror movies and does like a podcast with his girlfriend. And so when I saw them, I was like, oh shit, that's them. And they made it onto a freaking movie.
But
And
you
the
know
guy,
what?
he talked
They
about it later.
yeah,
Go ahead.
um, those things are relevant now. Because
Yes.
I mean, I guess when you think about it, growing up it was us seeing our favorite singer or rapper in a movie. Like, oh my gosh, they made it. Because that's kind of
Mhm.
like what we follow. But I feel
Yeah.
like the younger generation now, they follow all of these YouTube people. So they put
Mhm.
them in the movie. Because I remember when
Yeah.
me and Little One went to go see what's the Ryan Reynolds one with the video game with the
Oh,
he was in a video game or something like that. And
I
the
wanna say
girl,
Little Big Man, but that's not what it was. I know his
yeah,
name was Guy in the movie.
yeah, he didn't realize he was a video character. But I remember
Mhm.
watching that a movie and they were showing like um conversations
Oh, the
from
YouTubers, or the
of
gamers?
all these
Gamers?
famous YouTubers. And I
Yeah.
remember Project going crazy, like, oh my gosh, that's such and such. Oh my gosh. And that made
Yeah.
that movie so much better for him.
Yeah. Mhm. That made it, yeah. I didn't recognize him, but as
I
gamers,
didn't
I'm sure that
recognize
they
him either
did.
though, but I
Yeah.
remember Project was going crazy. But
Yeah.
so with this movie right here, it makes it more, I feel like it is the word I want to whatever. It brings is the things that we felt and back in 1996 watching this movie and being like, oh my
Mhm.
gosh, crazy. I feel like the younger generation seeing this one movie right now is
Mhm.
gonna feel the same way. And so
Yeah.
probably in 20 years, they would probably have
I don't know. Maybe. I don't know.
Stab 16.
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know. It's made it this long. And look at Halloween, 1978 to
And
2018. So it's
I
pop-
didn't like Halloween as bad as a continuation of the Halloween story as much as I like Scream with this.
I like, yeah. It's That's just a different type of movie because you have a different killer and it's always a whodunit. That reminds me. So did you see Ready or Not?
No, that is on my
Okay.
list to watch.
Yes, because the Radio Silence is the group of directors that did that. And it's
Yeah, I did see
and
that.
it's
Did you?
3 people, but I think only 2 directed this from that group, it looked like.
Mhm.
But, yeah, Ready or Not was really good. Please
I
watch
will.
it.
It is on my list to
Yeah,
watch. It
yeah,
is on
that's
my
a
list to
really
watch.
it was, and it's funny. That's what I really like, horror comedies. It's so funny. So, yeah, that's another one I have to revisit. I definitely
Okay.
wanna watch that one again.
Well, let me know when you want to watch it. So we could.
Okay.
So you got more notes?
I'm looking at my notes now. I think I hit on most of the questions that that I wanted to hit on. Oh, do you have a favorite horror comedy besides Scream? What? Did you see
Resident
Cabin?
Evil?
That's funny. Is that funny?
No, that's like the only other horror movie that I will watch.
What about Shaun of the Dead? Did you ever see that? That's
I don't
funny.
think I've ever seen that.
It's really funny. Cabin in the Woods.
I
Tucker.
see this when somebody go to the woods and they go on the right. Why do people always go to the woods to right and they always getting killed?
No, but Cabin in the Woods. That's that's a little bit meta because it's like I don't even know how to explain it. You have to see it. You'd
Yeah,
have to see it. But that's a comedy. Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a comedy. Like the deaths are funny. That's funny. Zombievers. I know it sounds like a B movie, but it's really funny. I think that's more my genre. Like I watch horror stuff, but it's the horror comedies that I like the most.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
I
don't know
think
much
so.
of them, so
Okay.
I can't answer that.
Okay. Well,
Um.
definitely Ready or Not is one.
Okay. All right. Cool. I'll definitely
Mhm.
that is on my list to watch. So
Okay. Mm.
um. So your reasoning, the reasoning for doing this killing, and how this all came into play. How do you feel about that?
As far as the ultimate fans wanting to
The ultimate
remake.
fans want to redo it and restart their story, and that's something I want to say about that, which I thought was really cool.
Okay.
Restart their story and how they met each other, and they they put together this plan and they put the plan of action. Like
Mhm. I
how did
can I can see that. I can see meeting on Reddit, being in one of these groups, and then conversing and talking. Well, it kind of, all right. This is how I think the movie's kind of same script, different cast. Because in Scream 2, that is how Billy Loomis's mother met Mickey. It was an online chat thing for Serial, whatever.
And they
So,
don't even mention the other Scream 2 and Scream 3 at the least.
um, the only
Nope.
reference I remember from Scream 3 is when Dewey asked Sydney, "How's Mark?" Mark Kincaid was a detective, Patrick Dempsey's character in Scream 3. So that's what I assumed. So that's the only reference
I
I
forgot
remember
about him.
from there. Um,
And we thought he was the killer too.
I know, because he was just weird.
Mhm.
He was one of the red herrings. But I can see that happening. People are crazy. And I just have to say that people are crazy.
Yeah. And I feel like it was more Amber's. Like, who do you think brought it up and pushed who first and got them to do whatever? I feel like it was more Amber.
I
And I
feel
feel
like
like
she
she's going
has,
through, huh?
yeah, I feel like she has that personality. I think if I'm writing this and I have like the backstory of how I'm writing these characters, I would have Amber being the one who's like looking for someone to do this with and just writing out her thoughts. And he's just like, "Hey, I agree with you. I love this," or they're just bonding over their love for it, and then they talk about how they would have made it different, and then they go to DMing and FaceTiming, I guess, and just talk about it more and develop
Yeah,
that
because she said
relationship.
she was so stoked when her parents bought that house, which I don't understand. How could these
Mhm.
kids not know who house that was? Like, you live in this neighborhood. This is your uncle. Your mom knew who they were. Like, how could you not know who house this was? Like,
I think honestly, I think they got it at a good price.
well, yeah, but I
But
mean, so
I'm thinking they know who it is. But the thing is, it's like you think about it, that massacre happened like 25 years ago.
right, right. But no, I'm not speaking on
Yeah.
that. I'm
Oh,
speaking.
okay.
I'm speaking on more of when Sydney called Sam and told Sam, "Hey, get out of that house. You're in Billy Loomis's house," and she was like,
Oh.
"Oh,
Oh,
really?
when she didn't realize. But you know
How,
what?
how could you not know that?"
She may not have known that. Um,
I mean, Woodburst is known for all of these killings,
right,
so you would know where the end killing will be at. I
right.
would imagine.
I don't know. Maybe she didn't pay attention. She wasn't driving. And then when they pulled up, you just see all this people. Maybe she didn't pay attention. That's what I'm thinking. Because she wasn't driving.
If me and you going somewhere and you're not driving, you're not gonna know where you at.
But hold up, time out. Maybe she just didn't think anything of it though. Because this is the house of her friend who's been her friend for so long. I don't know if I would have thought anything of it. You know? I mean, all we want to do is get my sister's inhaler. That's it. So, no.
Okay.
Yeah. So what were your thoughts with how they met then?
I like the way you said it. I mean, it kind of makes sense the way you said it, how you can see it happen. So I kind of agree with that.
Mhm.
And they probably met online. So obviously he's a pedophile because she's in high school, isn't she? What women are these
Damn.
kids in high
I
school?
did not think that. They are in high school. They must be
Yeah,
seniors. Hold up, they were in a bar. But you know what? I was playing pool. I was going to pool halls when I was 17. So
I was too.
that's not yeah, but they are. You're right. You are right.
I'm trying to think. Like,
He is. I didn't even think about that.
oh yeah, but
He,
technically he's not really a
he's a
pedophile, but he is a
he's a
pedophile.
30-something-year-old. Well, if she's
He's probably
18. If
yeah,
you say that she's 18, then
she's
whatever.
17 and 18 and he's 21, 22.
Oh, I'm thinking he's 28. Because the sister would have to be like 24, 25 if she was born in 96.
I
Well, I'm
will
thinking he's around that age.
I will hope that he's around her age.
Oh, yeah, I'm definitely thinking he's like 25, 26. And
Yeah,
then he's like hollering at a 17, 18-year-old. Because it's like they had that romantic connection and stuff. So,
she was in love with him. She
yeah,
was
she
like,
was.
"Oh baby, yes, baby."
Mhm. You know how teenagers are. Yeah. And that's the thing. So I did want to look. I did look these folks up. I wanted to see how old they were because I know with the first Scream,
Let me see.
everybody was like late 20s, early 30s playing teenagers. Most of the people in here were either born in 99. You had the guy Vince who was born in 86. And I was like, yeah, I figured he was 30 something. He looked grown.
Who?
The guy who played Vince, the first victim.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. He was, yeah. So I was like, okay. He didn't look
Well,
like he was
Stan was
coming of
born in
age
the
anyway.
90s.
Yeah. And you had, some people were born in like 95. So I'm like, okay, these are mid 20s. So it's not as, I was just thinking of
Oh, she
these
was born in
folks.
2002. I'm listening to you. I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
was that 2002? Was that Sarah?
Yes.
Yeah.
The sister?
Yep. Cause I figured she was like the youngest one. Everybody else is like 90s and early mid 90s, and then you had the one guy who was 86. Because even Jack Quaid, our lovable guy from The Boys, I think he's early 90s. So that'll put him at almost, maybe he'll be 30 this year. So late
You're the guy
20s.
from the
Yeah.
Who?
The Boys, Jack Quaid.
Oh, the boys. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So he'll be 30 this year. Cause I was like,
Well, so Amber's the youngest. She was born in 99.
okay. Okay. But then
Yeah.
Tara, 2002.
Oh,
She's already
Terry's.
young.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah. So I was like, okay. So we had people, all right, I could see it. They're not 30 somethings playing teenagers. But that was good. I did like how they brought back Benny Loomis as a I won't say an apparition, but more like a conscience. It reminded me of Dexter.
So the first
The
time
conscience.
that I saw in the movie, when the first time they showed him, he
Mhm.
looked young, like young, like back
Mhm.
in the 1990s, young. But
Mhm.
and then later on, when the scene when he was in the review mirror, where it was
Oh, in the car.
in the car, I could see how old he looked.
Yeah, because I'm thinking they're late 40s probably by now. Early, no, they gotta be in their 50s. Early 50s, maybe. Late 40s, early 50s. Yeah. 'Cause I think Nev Campbell, I think, is like 47 or something like that now.
She was born in 73.
Yeah. Yeah, 48. Probably 48. She looks
Mm.
good. I think she looks good.
Oh, she does look good. Honestly, Courtney Cox looks good too. She's just her
Yeah.
lips. She
I
born
think
in
she's,
74.
yeah, I could tell she's done work. Cause that crying scene, I was just like, your face
I don't
isn't
see no
contorting,
tears.
no.
I was like, I don't see no tears.
I was like, I don't know what's up with them tear ducts.
I was like,
Yeah,
I don't see no tears.
yeah. Like her facial expression is like two or three expressions now. But she's a pretty woman. I don't know if she
Oh
needs to
yeah,
be
she
all
definitely is
that, but
71. Oh, so she's
yeah.
57
Okay. Okay. All right.
and Dewey's 50.
Okay.
So
I can see that.
that's cool that they hey Casey.
Let's see. I'm not even looking at the chat. Oh,
Hi.
oh. I think we're almost done. Are we almost done? I
We're
don't
pretty
know.
much done.
'Cause we've
Yeah, we're
been
pretty much
spoiling
done.
it.
We're trying
Okay,
to get
so
it
you're
out.
here.
Hi, I miss you.
Said Scream 22. Yeah.
Yeah, Scream 22. That's what it's called. We're gonna
Yeah.
start calling it Scream
No,
22.
because there's so many of them.
Yeah,
There's
but
so
no, it's
many of them.
2022. So
Oh, you know what? That actually makes more sense. Yeah, Scream of 2022.
yeah,
I just thought it was because there's so many Screams. Yeah.
yeah. No,
No.
but I definitely it says the final trailer. So do you think there's gonna be more? I wish you did.
I don't think. I don't know. They could, but I
Because it
feel
made it
like,
seem like they're gonna start like a new generation.
but how would they? I don't know how they would do that. I don't want to speculate too much. I just want to ride this out because I think it's good how it is. We have it like this. I, I don't know. I don't know how they would do it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I don't know neither.
And
Um,
but leave the surviving legacy folks out of it.
yeah. Cause so for
They,
the first,
they're done.
I didn't watch Scream 4. Who was the
Okay.
killer why in Scream 4?
Okay. So Scream
Because it was
4.
supposed to be the cousin that they was going after, right?
It was her cousin Jill Roberts, and her whole thing was that was like the reboot time. So around that time we had all these different reboots, Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th. And so this was a play on the reboot part. And then Jill Roberts, she wanted the fame. Like all the fame that Sidney Prescott got from being the sole survivor. She wanted to be the sole survivor. Hmm.
So
She
she set
wanted to
all of
be.
this up.
Yep. She wanted to be the sole survivor. She wanted to be the hero. And so that's why her cousin did that. And the thing is, how I could understand where the cousin was coming from. There were a couple scenes where the mom was like, nobody asked me about my scars. It was my sister. It's always Sydney, Sydney, Sydney. So if the girl is growing up like that, her cousin's getting all the attention. Nobody's thinking about anybody else in the family. It was also their family member that was killed. So that's how that plot was. It was like a reboot, but I guess that didn't work. Oh, another thing. One of the friends from Scream 4, I thought was killed. Her name was Kirby. It was a girl who was in Heroes with the blonde hair, the cheerleader. I don't know if you watched Heroes. Hayden Panettiere.
Yeah, the she's like a movie star, not a movie star, but she's been in other things, right?
Yeah. So she was
Okay.
one of the friends in there, and I really liked her in that movie. And then thank you so much. And so
Oh yeah.
she I thought she died in there, but no, because on this in the scene where you have the Dead Meat podcast talking about Stab 8, on the right hand side you see like Kirby, one of the survivors from blah blah blah. I was
You,
like, oh, so she
you
left. Yeah. So I'm like, good. So she's still with us. So I
okay.
don't know if that'll come up in a future one. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But I will tell you this, their reason for this, and this is spoiler alert. Their reason for doing this, they wanted to because they're I guess this, as you said, the soul survivor, the legacy to move on. I like how Sydney was like, nah, that's gonna die. And
Hmm.
you're gonna write about something else in your book, right? And she was like, yep, I'm gonna write about this in
You
my
know
book.
what? Thank you.
I was
Don't
like,
have them live. Don't have the killers live on in
because
infamy
that's
in these
essentially what they
books.
wanted. That's essentially what they wanted. So.
Right. And that won't happen. Thank you.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yes.
I was like, that was smart
Yeah.
because
I'm
that's
glad
what
he
they
did
say.
that.
You know, like Michael Jackson still lives on because
Mm-hmm.
they'll talk about him. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I thought that
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
so glad that you brought that up because that's true. And so, yeah. Mm-hmm. Sounds good. Yeah. So
Um,
that
I'm
was
looking to
great.
see.
Let me see. I'm gonna make sure that I hit up all my notes for this.
Oh, they making a Hulu's making How I Met Your Father.
Okay. I don't I don't mean to breathe so heavy. Maybe it will be great.
Maybe I don't know. I'll
Maybe
hit
it
me
will
up
be
after
great.
season 2. So I haven't received any. Well, I haven't seen anything. What are you watching now? Let me ask you that.
Yellow Jackets.
Is that good?
Yes. So the young lady that plays Mindy in here, she's in a
Oh,
show called
Casey
Yellow
vibes.
Jackets. Hmm?
Uh-huh. No, Casey
Um,
said she's leaving Sam. See you
oh,
later.
okay. Thanks for coming.
Hmm.
She's in Yellow Jackets,
I
and
I
that
did see that.
yeah, she's great in that. I'm definitely a fan of hers. Whatever she's
I
in,
liked her in
she's
this, to
amazing.
be honest with you.
Yeah, no, she's really great in it. So I'm watching that. Actually, the 10th episode just aired. It's a mystery. So the premise, and this isn't spoilery or anything, but it's these young ladies in high school who are going off to some type of soccer championship, and their plane goes down, and it's how they survive. So
Oh,
that's the premise of it. But you're seeing them from you're seeing two different timelines. You're seeing them going through everything, and you're seeing them as adults dealing with a mystery. So the whole thing is just like, well, what happened while y'all were there? Something bad happened. I mean, they lost people. They had to do some questionable things in order to survive, and you see how they live with that as adults. I still don't know everything questionable that they did. We've seen some things, not a lot, and then you see how did they adjust as grown-ups, and did they go through therapy because they
What
were
is this
gone
for?
for this is on Showtime.
Okay.
It's on Showtime. And also I just finished Dexter this last season.
Did
Also
you like it?
I did. Did you
Did it
watch
live up to your
Dexter?
expectation? Mm-mm. I've never seen that.
It's good. It's so many seasons though.
I know.
I think it's like 8 or 9 seasons, but it did.
What 89 seasons? What? How many episodes? Is it like 10 episodes
Like
or 20
10,
episodes?
it's like 10 probably episodes this
That's
season.
cool.
It
That's cool.
started, when did Dexter start? I'm thinking like
I knew
2005 or something like that.
it was pretty old. So
Yeah,
did this season live up to your expectation?
it did. I enjoyed it. It was like the original Dexter because some seasons, some episodes are just up and down with just shows anyway. But this took it back to the early Dexter, the first couple seasons where he's like monologuing like you. I feel like maybe you pulled from there the inner monologue
Oh, I never
when
seen
he's
you.
doing the killings and stuff, and it's
Mhm.
so funny, and it brought that humor back. And I don't want to get. I mean, because you didn't. I'll just get off the premise. Um, so at the end of the actual season of Dexter in like 2010 or something, it was just so much going on. He left his son with his girlfriend and drove his boat into the sea because it was too much going on. He just wanted to kill himself. He ended up not dying, even though he
So
drove
that's
his
what this
boat.
new season about. Don't tell me too much, just in case I watch
Yeah,
it.
but that's how it is. So he kills himself, and then he resurfaces. He just has a new life. So he dropped his name, Dexter Morgan. He has a new name, living a different life because he's like, I can't. It's just too much going on. I just want to start brand new. And I didn't know this. You can it's not illegal to fake your death. I guess I don't know. I need to look that up because
But it's after a certain amount of years, though, right?
yeah, because he's been gone like 10 years, and
Yeah,
he's under a new
I
name.
feel like
He has a
because I
new
remember
picture.
everybody used to always swear up and down that Tupac faked his death, like he was still alive, and
Oh,
then after the seventh year, he was going to resurrect because you're
oh,
supposed to be.
okay,
I don't know how true it is, but I do
yeah,
remember that, so that's where I got the 7 years from.
okay. And I definitely didn't dig into it to see if it really is legal to fake your death. Maybe it's
Mm,
just illegal when you collect money or something for it.
I
But
think that right
maybe
there.
that. But to just say, and the thing is, it's like he didn't forge anything. It was just in the papers that his boat went off and they can't find him. So he just let that be. They think I'm dead, I'm dead. So maybe not necessarily faked his death. He drove off and just didn't come back and change his name. So
Okay.
that is where this just picks up on him living his life under a new name. So that's how this new season is. So that's all I'm watching right now. Oh my gosh! Before I forget, Peacemaker is so
Uh,
funny. I love it.
I might watch it. So,
Three episodes in, love it.
so I'm currently watching. I started restarted because I've seen it before.
Hmm.
Battlestar Galactica,
Okay.
and I haven't seen it in so long. Like I haven't seen it in over 10 years.
Oh wow.
So it's kind of like brand new to me again, and I forgot how good it is. So
Hmm.
Peacemaker is next on my list after I finish Battlestar Galactica.
Please, it is so funny. And the thing is, I do not. You know how you can like fast forward past the opening credits? I don't do it. I don't think I ever will. They're dancing. If anything, can you just go in and just watch the opening credits and then turn it off? You know, I mean, because the first time I saw it, it's like, what are they doing? They're doing a choreography dance. I'm like, what is happening? And then once I get to the third episode, I know who the people are that are dancing now, and it's just that much funnier.
All right. So leave it at that.
So
All right, it's on my list to watch.
okay, yeah.
Um, Peacemaker.
Hmm.
Um, I'm trying to see. I don't got nothing else after Peacemaker, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I think that's it for me now as
Oh, Foundation.
well.
So, The Wheel of Time. I started watching The Wheel of Time. I'm on episode 5, and I'm done.
It's not. You
It's
can't
not for me.
continue. I got you. Okay.
It's not for me.
Well, Ozark starts back up soon.
I'm on season 2 or 3 of Ozark, but this is the last season, right? The series finale.
I don't know.
Okay. I
I
do.
don't know.
I think I do believe that they were supposed to be ending. If they are ending, I will. I will finish it out. I will.
Okay. Okay.
Um, will time. I do want to see Foundation.
Okay.
Oh, I started The Witcher yesterday.
Okay.
I started that while cleaning, and I kind of got engrossed in my cleaning, so I kind of don't know what's happened. So I need to go back. I was on
Yeah.
like episode 4.
Oh
So,
shoot. Okay. I haven't even started Witcher yet. I got to
oh
be in the
yeah,
mind frame to kind of pay attention.
yeah, yeah.
You can't have
So
that on the background.
yeah, yeah. That's kind of what I did. And
Yeah. I
then
can't.
I looked up. I said, "Wait a minute, what is going on?"
Like,
So
who are you? What is happening? Yeah. I got it. Okay. So I have to start Witcher another time. Maybe I don't know if it snows again. I can dedicate some time to it. We'll see.
well, you know,
But
it's
that's
supposed to go tomorrow.
I know. But we'll see. We'll see. But I think that's
Um,
all I'm watching right now.
yeah, I do want to see the. Oh, I watched the Harry Potter
The
reunion.
special. I need to watch the special. I'm
Okay,
gonna
okay.
watch it. I'm gonna
I'm
watch
a,
the
I'm a
special.
little. It was very good. It was extremely good. I'm just a little
Yeah.
disappointed.
Why are you disappointed?
I'm not gonna say anything.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
wait till you watch it, and then I want you
Well, we
to
can
tell me.
discuss it. We can discuss it on the next one.
We can
Okay.
discuss it, and I want you to tell me
Mhm.
your observation. And I just want to see if you saw what
Okay.
I saw.
Oh, well, I'm with it. I'm excited. I mean, I am excited to see it. I don't know what I was waiting for. I don't know. But it's like, yeah, I have to watch that. I don't know because it's so funny because there is an Apple TV show called by M Night Shyamalan called The Servant, and Weasley is in it. He's a grown. That's when I was like, oh, he's a grown man because he's on the on
Oh,
the show.
he's definitely stepped away from Ron Weasley,
Yeah.
and
So
he's
that when I saw him in there, I was like, good job. I don't see you as a child. I don't see you as a
anymore.
wizard. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, he definitely stepped away from that. So
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So good. So I will watch that, and then we can talk about that in 2 weeks, along with anything else. So
yeah,
definitely.
I do want to see the 355.
Okay.
Um, I mean
Is
maybe
that streaming or is that in the theater?
theater.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's not available for us.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I guess that maybe we could talk about whatever else we want to discuss too at the time.
Okay. I'm gonna watch Last Night in Soho.
Okay, so tell me, what is that? Is that scary?
It's supposed to be scary.
Oh, then never mind.
No, 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 but it's supposed. Well, let me not say that. A thriller. You like Edgar Wright?
Ooh, let me see.
Maybe you didn't. The director Edgar Wright. He did Shaun of the Dead as well.
Mm-mm.
So he did Baby Driver.
I have not seen that.
God darn it! I want you to see an Edgar Wright movie. I gave you 3. I gave you 3. But
Was
he
it The
told
Last Night
The
in
Last
Soho?
Night in Soho. Let me see. It was something else. Oh, he's like BFFFFFs with Simon Pegg and the other guy. So he
Also,
made it.
watching this trailer, I could see how Baby Driver, Shauna did, like all of the director, the vision.
Yeah. Wait, did he do no, that was Madonna's husband. I was trying to think because his style reminds me of the Richie guy who
Yeah,
did the
yeah.
his style reminds me of him. I know they're totally different, but their style I find that very similar. But yeah, so yeah, I gave yeah.
Oh, this got a 7.2. Edgar Wright seems to polarize with this movie. That
Mm,
generally speaking, the majority seem to love. And okay, well, let me know how it is. I can put it on my
okay.
list to watch.
Okay. Yeah.
It says
Tell me.
frightening and intense scene severe. Oh no,
But the
you
thing
lost
is, when I've watched the trailer, I don't get horror. I get more of a noir type of a thriller.
suspense.
Yeah, that's the vibe I get from that. So we'll see. I'll check it
Okay.
out. Mhm. All right. That's all I got.
All right.
All right. All right. So in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
All right. Thank you so much for joining us. What did you think of Scream?
Let us know what you think.
Yeah. All
Bye.
right. Later.